What's buzzing, everybody? It's your boy Clutch Cody, aka Cody Kwan here, and today's vid I'll be showing you guys my experience of going to WWE Smackdown New Year's Revolution, which is a special edition of Friday Night Smackdown because it's the first episode of the year. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and don't have to see my face anymore because I'll just be voicing over it. So deuces. You can see the first match of the night is Kevin Owens versus Santos Escobar in the finals of the United States Championship, and the winner receives a United States Championship opportunity against Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble. This is actually Logan Paul's first defense. But before the match started, Logan Paul had something to say, and he actually joined the commentary team, and he came match between Kevin Owens and Santos Escobar was pretty mid, to be honest, but what happened after the match with Logan Paul's comments got the Vancouver fans really pissed off. And for me personally, I think it's just very hilarious. And Logan Paul was just doing his job, but it was pretty funny that whole night. So take a listen.
I haven't even broken a sweat, and I've retained my title for 62 days. Kevin, brother, you beating me for the U.S. title is like the Canucks winning a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, we booed Logan about that. Yeah, we did. But after he said that, Kevin Owens actually did this to Logan Paul. Pretty excited to see Bobby because he's actually one of my favorite superstars, and I have a ton of respect for Bobby at his age. Like, he's still wrestling. He's like 49 now, and he still looks so shredded. And now he's with the Street Profits. Like, that can't get any better. And a lot of people love to cheer for Bobby Lashley, and I do too as well. WWE tried to make them like bad guys, and nobody was booing them because they're too cool, and we have too much respect for Bobby. And Bobby just came out and cut a promo, and he unfortunately got attacked by AOP and Karrion Kross, who were making their return to television, and I was shocked to see a WWE return happen live, but it was pretty dope. And the disappointing thing is that not a lot of people know who AOP is, so it was kind of disappointing, and Vancouver actually got blasted for that because a lot of fans were complaining on how quiet we were for the whole night, and I personally don't agree with that, and I think the sounds we made didn't translate through TV that well, so that's why a lot of the fans got pretty pissed who were watching from around the world that, oh, Vancouver is such a horrible wrestling fan base and WWE should never visit again, but I disagree, and we actually sell out the shows unlike some places in the US, and yeah. The next match on the card was Io Sky herself defending her women's title against Michin, and the match was pretty exciting throughout, but when WWE cut to a commercial break, Michin actually suffered a malfunction with her top, and the fans were actually starting to boo her because she kind of ruined the pace of the match, and her gear was supposed to be done properly before she came out, but I totally understand that malfunction happened and this is a botch, and she just got back into the ring and continued, and Io retained her title when Michin actually dived outside, and she actually did a belly flop because Io Sky moved out of the way, so Michin just fell face flat on the concrete, and it was pretty funny though. And Io just hit a moonsault and won the match, and yeah. The next match on the card was Pretty Deadly versus Butch and a mystery partner, and Butch's mystery partner is Tyler Bate. And Tyler Bate's reception was kind of lame though, because a lot of fans here in Vancouver don't know who Tyler Bate is, because Tyler Bate wrestles on the NXT brand, which is the WWE's developmental brand, and not everybody watches it. So I totally respect it if they don't know who he is. And I think they should have done his return in another city like the UK, which would pop like crazy for him because he is from the UK and they have a deeper wrestling history. Not to offend Vancouver though, but But like, I think it's not our fault that we didn't give him a big pop. I think WWE just chose the wrong city. But I think it made sense though because Butch is also a British guy, and then like he needed a partner, and our show here in Vancouver is called New Year's Revolution, and it's a special edition of Friday Night Smackdown. So I totally understand why they want to do the return now, but I wish they did it in another city. But before I continue, I would like to personally defend us Vancouver fans. Because after the show, I was on the SkyTrain going home, and I was scrolling through X, and I happened to see a lot of posts of Vancouver is too quiet. Vancouver is a horrible wrestling city. Vancouver should not host another WWE show. And Vancouver did not deserve to have this caliber of a show. But I totally disagree. Because first off, we sold out Rogers Arena, and number two, we gave a lot of wrestlers like really big pops. Like later on in this video, Roman Reigns got a massive pop from the Vancouver fans and his aura and everything. But I'm not gonna explain much now. But like back to the crowds again. Vancouver is not the best crowd in Canada, but I don't think we're the worst crowd in Canada. And compared to Winnipeg, who's like freaking dead silent, act like NPC, who just pay money to watch a wrestling show and sit on their ass like the whole show, like come on. But like our Vancouver fans were pretty loud, and I think WWE should come more often. And like like of course we can't beat like Montreal and Toronto. Like I totally understand that. I love watching WWE television when like WWE goes to Montreal and Toronto. And like I think this show like mostly jobbers, not jobbers, but like I'm not trying to say they're all jobbers, but like some like the stars like Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, Pretty Deadly, they're not the most popular stars, so it's not like we're gonna pop for them. So like I totally understand like the fans at home are saying, "Oh, we're too quiet," but I don't think the sound translates through TV that well anymore these days. And I totally understand, but like all I'm trying to say here is that Vancouver does not have the worst wrestling crowd in Canada, and we are right behind Calgary. It's Calgary, Toronto, and Montreal. That's my order, and I don't think we're the worst crowd in Canada, and Winnipeg is the worst. And we're gonna move on here. And now, it's the match that everybody was anticipating, and it was a triple threat match between AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and LA Knight. And the winner gets Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble for his undisputed title. And the match was a banger, but the entrances were amazing, and it started off with AJ Styles. And the next entrance was LA Knight, yeah. And I think LA Knight got one of the loudest pops of the night. And I was so pumped to see LA Knight because he has been a rising star over the last year. And I was so proud and happy to see LA Knight. And I screamed his name very, very loud that and I also got off camera so like it doesn't ruin the video, but like yeah. And the last and final entrance is the Viper, the legend killer himself, Randy Orton, one of my favorite wrestlers. Of all time, and I was so pumped to see him, and my dad was also so pumped as well because he's been watching Randy Orton for more than a decade now, and it's his favorite WWE superstar, and he was so happy to see Randy Orton. And same here as well. And Randy Orton was just so muscular, huge, and it was great to see Randy Orton wrestle because a year ago all of us didn't think Randy Orton would ever wrestle again because of his fusion back surgery, and it was so heartwarming to see him return back in November, and now seeing him live is just incredible. And I had a great time watching Randy Orton enter the arena. And now here's some footage of the main event match. The match was fantastic, and those three men really brought their A game here in Vancouver, and they put on an amazing match. But the match ended in no result because this man came out. Started to get really ugly when Roman Reigns and the Bloodline started beating down Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles one by one. And we all started chanting for The Rock, aka Rocky.
Can't do anything. Rocky. No.
Because he actually returned on like the first Raw of the year. That was like a couple of days before the event, so like we kind of had hope, but in the bottom of my heart, I know The Rock will probably return at the Royal Rumble this Saturday, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I really want to see that Roman Reigns vs. The Rock match, and yeah, Roman just continued to beat down and just walked out. The triple threat match between AJ Styles, LA Knight, Randy Orton, and the beatdown with Roman Reigns concluded an amazing episode of SmackDown. But the thing is, since I'm attending the show live, WWE actually puts on dark matches, and it started off with our hometown girl, Chelsea Green, coming out, but I thought she was gonna be a babyface, but like, she kinda turned on us, surprisingly.
I see so much of myself in you guys. I mean, 9 years ago, I
actually didn't capture it on cam, but like Chelsea Green also mentioned that she moved to Florida, alright, with her pal Luongo, alright, and she said Florida is so much better than Vancouver. And then Bianca Belair hit a KOD on Chelsea Green, and she greeted a couple of fans and left to the back. And we also had two more dark matches, and the next one was mommy herself, Rhea Ripley. After that match, the night was coming to an end, and the final match of the night was my boy Drew McIntyre against Ricochet, and that match was amazing, and it was an amazing way to cap off a really fun evening, and I will never forget this experience, because I have been watching WWE for more than 7 years now, and that's more than half my life, and I love WWE so much, and it was so surreal to be live, to see all my favorite superstars for the first time, and again, like Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, I saw them live before, and Kevin Owens as well, and it was really surreal also to see Roman Reigns now, like compared to like a year ago in 2022 when I saw him. He was like still champion, And he's also still in the same reign as well. He held the title for like 1,200 days now. And Roman Reigns felt really different. And it was like cool to see Roman Reigns still champion. But now he has more aura and he's so much cooler now. And he gets this massive crowd reaction. And he really feels like a final boss now compared to a couple of years back where he felt kind of weak. But now we all love Roman Reigns and we want him to cap off an amazing title reign at WrestleMania. And it was also really amazing to see the likes of Randy Orton, LA Knight, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair because they are really amazing and top stars in this business. And it was an honor to see them all compete live. And how these talents put their bodies on the line to entertain us every week, every premium live event, every show, and the talent also travel all around the world, and they barely get any time at home, and it's amazing on how much they love this, and we fans also understand how much they love this. They love wrestling as much as us fans, and that's why they want to do this for us. And it was amazing to see them all live on the show for us fans. And I also love the dark matches because the wrestlers were so natural and they greeted fans, talked to us fans naturally. And Rhea Ripley also didn't put on makeup, and it was really cool to see her without makeup because she always does like makeup and hangs out with Dominic, but this time she came out alone with her title and defended it. And she was so natural, high-fived some fans. And Drew McIntyre, who is a heel, it means you're a bad guy, actually greeted some fans, shook their hands, and said thank you to Vancouver because he actually felt loved. And he didn't have to play a character because this is not on TV, and he had a blast meeting some fans in the front row. And for me, it's a memory that I would cherish for a lifetime and I would never forget. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I love you guys. See you in the next one. Deuces.